What's up, PNW fans? Thanks for joining us here in the new PNW HQ. We finally have our new dig set up, bunch of stickers, our stuff. Microbe Life, obviously one of our major sponsors nowadays. Thanks for joining us here at the new PNW headquarters. Today we're doing a new review of another vape pen. It's been a while since we've dipped into the vape pen, so I'm glad to get back into these. Today we're doing a review of the Source Vapes Orb XL. This particular one is the Flosstradamus collaboration. So if you don't know who that is, he is an EMA artist that is really big in the dubstep and the techno scenes. I personally don't know who he is, but I gotta say he chose a good pen to put his name on. I'm gonna get real close to show you some stuff real quick. All right, so this comes in this nice case, durable, kind of leather, branded with Source and the Flosstradamus logos there. Spring loaded, opens up, comes with a cleaning cloth, a dab tool, a mod, the chamber with coil, and an extra coil. And then there's a power cord in here that you don't see as well right now. Okay, so now you've seen everything that comes in the Source XL kit, and I believe that this comes in any of the Orb kits, but look, we are doing a review of the XL, so that's what we know. The mod, not the greatest mod in the world, but you don't need something super strong, so it's okay. Construction-wise, it's nice. There's nothing loose, nothing jiggles. There's some screws down here at the bottom that you can unscrew to actually pull the battery out in case your battery dies. Because, you know, let's face it, even after multiple chargings, the batteries just don't last forever. Ours hasn't died yet, and on a full charge, this thing will run for days. Like, I've used this, I hit it 3 times a day, at least twice per session. For 10, almost 12 days before I had to charge the thing. This thing got a lot of use, and the battery's really good. It only goes up to 30 watts max, though, and that's why I say that the mod's not that great, because it's got some severe power limitations, but it works for what we've got here. Here's the Source Orb, and I showed that to you up close. Talk about a couple things. It screws on and off in half. There is an airflow regulator here. You can see I'm spinning. It's got 4 holes at its maximum, and you can adjust it to where you want for your airflow. First hole, there's a lot of resistance, and it goes from resistance to just about general breathing. When there's all 4 open, there's really no resistance, so it's up to you. I only use half of 1 hole. That's all I have. Any other airflow, and you're losing the carb cap effect. So it's up to you on what you want, but that's how I use this thing. The top unscrews and comes off, and then you have the coil on the inside of the orb. There's your coil, and then, like I said, it just screws down inside your orb here. And then you take your concentrate. Now, I've got some Cheese Cloud 9 Shatter from Decline Extracts here that I'm using in this. It can be used for anything that is a cannabis extract, except for an e-juice type consistency. So you can use this with wax, with shatter, butter. I've even smoked rosin in this, but I want the word of the warning here for rosin. One of the coils in this died 3 days into using it. It's one of the few negatives I have of this thing right now. But this coil, which is the extra coil in the case right now, is actually dead. I've only kept it to show you guys that it comes with 2 coils. It's all white and fried on the inside, and it literally vaped out. I was in mid-hit, and I went from having a fat hit to nothing. And the atomizer, or the mod reads no atomizer. I don't know how much of that was that I put too much rosin in there. As we know, rosin can be kind of sticky and sappy. And if you smoke rosin a lot, or maybe CO2 oil a lot, this might not be the thing to use, but I can't tell you that for sure. This coil, on the other hand, I haven't smoked rosin through. I've smoked shatter, wax. Actually, I guess that's really all that I've smoked out of this one, and it works great. So there's the words of the warning. If you're going to be using the Source Vape Orb, then you want to make sure that you're careful with how much rosin you're loading in it. Don't overload it and put too much. So it takes about 4.5 screws and then one final tighten to get it in place. Okay, so let's talk about the coil for a second. It's triple quartz coil. There's 3 quartz wrapped rods inside of that big cup, so it vapes really well. The quartz gives you all of your terpene profile. You just have to run it with a lot of power. So the mod runs 30 watts. I recommend don't go below 20 watts or you don't have enough power to run your coil, but don't go over about 25 watts or you start vaping off all of your terpenes and you start getting the harsh taste of a nail that's been heated too hot. The mod runs for 10 seconds before it tells you you've had the power button for too long, so make sure that you're cycling your power, but don't treat this like it's something that just needs to be healthy the whole time that you're sucking. The airflow, like I said, creates a carb cap effect, so you're going to heat it up to melt all of your concentrate down into the coils, and then when you let go, you're going to keep sucking, because if you don't, you'll see the smoke escaping because the coil is still actually vaporizing as it's losing temperature. If you load it a lot in here and you are trying to take a fat dab and you start feeling like you're not getting a lot, cycle the power again and it'll reheat those things and then let off, and as it's cooling, it'll continue the process, so on and so forth. So the effective way to use this is to cycle the power and make sure that you're not running it too hot, but you don't let it get too cold. So with that being said, let's go ahead and hit this. The airflow allows you to take a really large hit. It's why I adjust the resistance to the point to where there's only about a half of a hole showing. It lets you just continue to keep sucking and keep sucking, and whatever your lung capacity is, that's the size of a hit you can take out of this thing, because it really allows you to set it to what's the most beneficial for you. It's smooth. As you see, I took a rather large dab and I didn't cough. I got a little tickly because I inhaled some fucking BHO, but other than that, I mean, it's not like I feel the need to cough, and unlike some other nails that we've tried, so. Ooh, that one was nice. Your second hit is always stronger than the first one. The first one's coming from cold, so that one is the one that's got the mouthful of terpenes, but the second hit has consistent temperature going on. So as you reheat, it takes it's much faster to reheat, I was trying to say there. And so you end up getting a much stronger, more stable, more consistent hit on your second and sometimes your third hits. So the Source Orb, in a lot of ways, is maybe one of the best pens I've ever tried. I know I kind of jumped into that explanation a little fast with no segue there, but it's hard for me not to fanboy over this a little bit. I've tried a lot of different pens. We've done the Chong pen from Cloud Vapes. We've tried the Cloud Classic, and both of those are very good pens, and I recommend them to anybody and everybody who wants some discrete models, because this is not discrete. However, if you don't care about discreteness, this is fantastic. We've tried another one that was like this, that was all about being American made, but it wasn't worth it in our opinion. And if you've read or watched any of our other reviews, you know exactly which one I'm talking about. This one in this class, it stands alone. It's fantastic. It might feel a bit hefty and be a bit bulky, but it's one of the strongest hitting pens I've ever had. The triple quartz coil makes sure that you retain a lot of your terpene profiles, so you're not just instantly vaporizing those out. And if you've done any research with the entourage effect, you know that those terpenes are really a necessary thing and have their own medical benefits in relation to the cannabinoids. So not vaporizing them out completely is a really nice aspect of the pen. So don't forget to head to pnwcr.com. You're going to read the review below, and you'll see how we rate this. But this pen definitely receives the PNW badge of approval. Source Orbs really hit the mark when it came to this pen, and I love this. I love it. It's my daily driver. I take it with me everywhere that I go. It's how I dab unless I'm home and I've got my torch. So if you're looking for one, this is one to go. It's really not all that expensive either. The Source Orb runs $119.95. Replacement coils are $29.95 for 3 of them, so $10 a coil. For $120 and only $10 a coil, this unit it's fantastic. It's well within anybody's price range, and if you happen to fuck it up, then it's not that hard to replace because it's not all that expensive. So definitely give the Source Orb a chance if you are looking for a new vape pen. Thanks for joining us for another review, PNW fans. Don't forget to click the subscribe button down below. It's the big red button that's right down there. We need your subscribers so we can do more of these videos and more reviews. Thanks to Microbe Life, and I don't have a poster for them yet, but Remo Nutrients, they're our sponsors for the PNW Grow House, so we can't thank them enough for all of the support that they've done in sending us the nutrients and the Microbe Life. So thanks again to them. Speaking of the PNW Grow House, don't forget to head to pnwcr.com and check that out. We're launching the new Grow House where we're doing our outdoor grow. Right now we got a Freezeberry Auto from Big Head Seeds, and then a Platinum Girl Scout Cookies plant clone that we picked up from the People's Wellness Center here in Eugene. So we've got those grows going on. We've got an indoor grow that's coming soon. So make sure that you're subscribing, make sure that you're paying attention, and thanks for following us. We love you guys, and we'll catch you next time.